Once again, I'm in the kitchen with Arzu, who's going to show us how to prepare another wonderful dish. So what are we preparing today?
Okay, we're making beef cutlets with vegetables. These are our beef. Really, I asked my butcher to prepare a nice from top round beef.
Okay.
With, not much fat in it. So it's wonderful.
Excellent.
Excellent. So if you want to bring the
Very
pan
lean.
for me to this burner.
Okay.
Okay, and if you can add 2 tablespoons of butter.
Okay.
And
I know we were stirring.
and 2 tablespoons of oil.
Okay.
So we'll start. Is it all right? Is it low? If you like, we can switch the other burner. You want to put that on and move the.
Sure. Yeah. So while I get this melting.
So I'm going to point out the ingredients. Okay.
Okay.
While
Great.
that's
Sounds good.
cooking. Okay. We have here onions. We're going to use scallions. You can use white onions too.
Okay.
And then we have carrots. We have peppers. We have broccoli, tomatoes, fresh tomato sauce, and chopped parsley and dill. This is something what I do like. It's a very Mediterranean type of dish. I throw whatever in my refrigerator. Let's say you started cooking from Monday to Wednesday. You ended up having some of this and that, So then
Great leftover pot.
Yeah.
The vegetables
Yeah.
that you have left over from your meals during the week. Oh, fun.
I was
All right.
just
This
going to
started,
suggest you to use
boiling on here. So that's
Yeah,
why I thought
yeah.
it got nice and hot and we might be ready to go.
Okay, I think we may
switch it
use.
over?
Yeah,
Okay.
That's what because I think.
Good, good.
Right.
So do we have to cut these up into smaller pieces, or are we going to cook them just the size that they currently are?
Yeah, these are fine.
Oh,
Yeah.
cool. All right.
Okay, let's just put a couple of these to this. It's not sizzling yet.
No.
Okay. All right. So I'm going to chop some onions.
So what temperature do you usually put the meat at?
High.
On high? Okay.
Yep.
And we're looking to sear it?
And we're going to sear them 6 to 7 minutes both sides. Yep.
Oh, okay. 6 to 7 minutes on each side.
Yeah.
Okay.
And here's my scallions. I'm not really chopping them very fine because they're going to cook with the meat. Okay. And then, do you want to do some mushrooms for me?
Sure.
Okay. You may even use a small knife, just taking this out. And I'll give you something.
Great.
Just, you can do it this way.
Sounds good.
Okay.
Sounds good.
All right.
Great. I think I will use my countertop, though. Save my thumb. So when you started cooking, I know this is a question that mothers contend with sometimes. You started cooking with your grandmother and your mother. At what age did they allow you to start cutting and using a knife?
Well, I was 10, but we didn't grow up with these big chef knives. My grandmother has one of these small knives. She did everything with that.
Really?
After I moved to United States, when I started taking culinary art techniques, and I got knife skills, and I met this big chef knives and started using them.
So do you prefer them now, the larger knives?
I do.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
What is it about the different knives? Because it's amazing when I even look at all the different types of
That's
knives that are out there. What makes the difference?
There are 3 really. You can get so many of them, whole bunch of them. But there are really 3 very important knives. One is a chef knife.
Okay.
Like you see this one. And then other one is a paring knife.
Which would be this one?
And then another one in the middle is like boning or taking the fat trimming knife. So these 3 really you need it in your kitchen as
those
a staple.
are your key knives?
Yes, key knives. And then of course your bread knife and your steak knives. Yeah.
And the bread knives are usually serrated, right?
Right. Oh, how is the meat looking?
Oh, I think it's doing pretty well. I'm going to switch it over to this burner.
Okay, great.
There we go.
Okay, let me see. Oh, sorry.
I'm sorry.
I think maybe it's
So we're
time
looking to see if it's ready. If it's
yeah.
done.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Okay, now we're turning. And a few more minutes.
And that's the searing that we're looking for.
That's the searing.
Okay.
And meantime, we're going to start sauteing our vegetables.
Okay.
All right. Turn off the burner. That's hot, right? Let's try that burner.
Okay.
That's
So we're going to
already.
start with our vegetables. I'm adding a little bit of olive oil.
Yep. Just like, now you know how much you should be
I
adding.
think I do. I think I do.
Okay. All right. Scallions.
Excellent.
Peppers.
So are all of these vegetables available in Turkey when you were growing up? I mean, now I know they do because we've got such a global market. But
Since you asked me, I just remember broccoli is not something very popular in Turkey.
Really?
I think they import it. And you cannot believe how expensive it is in Turkey.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's funny. It wouldn't take much to talk me out of broccoli,
Yeah.
even though it's very good for you. It has wonderful antioxidants and vitamins.
I know, yeah. So the rest is, we have mushrooms, we have peas. Peas are very popular. I'm going to add it at the end because they cook very fast. So then did we add the peppers? Wonderful. Then
Green
mushrooms.
peppers, mushrooms.
Saute a little bit more.
And
And
a few more.
sure. And then our broccoli. So we're sauteing all of it. And then we are adding
So are we going to saute these down? Oh, we're going to be adding some sauce.
Well, I'm not really sauteing so much because we're going to be cooking this with the meat 35-40 minutes until it's cooked.
Ah, like a stew.
It's like a stew, actually, yeah. I'm just going to add the meat in it. Would you like to bring it over here again?
Of course.
And I want to put all this good juice from meat. Okay. And then
So we've got our spaghetti sauce, our steak, our juices, and what's this? Chicken
It's
broth?
chicken broth, yeah. I like to use homemade, but you can use anything.
I keep it in my pantry. They've got these great little boxes now, I have to say.
Sorry,
Another thing, though,
fresh pepper.
I did hear about the other day is that you can actually make chicken broth ahead of time, homemade, and freeze it in an ice cube tray. And then when you need it, just twist the ice cube tray, out pops your little chicken broth cubes, pop them in and melt them. I thought that was such a great idea.
That sounds wonderful.
Keep them in little
Yeah,
Ziploc bags.
you can do that, or you can get one of these organic broths from the market. And
So
now-
how long has this been cooking?
So this was cooking like, I would say 30-35 minutes. Depends on the meat. This meat cooked very fast. Okay. As I said, always it gets until fork tender. Best way to take a piece, taste it. And finally, I'm adding my piece.
Okay.
Okay. So really cooking time, Meredith, depends on your pot, your heat, the way of the meat's cut.
So the best way to know is to taste.
Taste, yes.
Okay.
And you can
Well, it
always
smells
season
fabulous.
it. Yeah. And I have one already ready for you.
I was hoping. Fabulous.
So if you like to taste
Oh,
it,
it looks beautiful.
here's a fork for you.